Alright guys, it is time for a smoke detector unboxing. And this is going to be another very special unboxing. Something that I've looked forward to for some time now. If I can cut it the right way. Oh, that was the right way. Alright. Hopefully it won't need the knife anymore. I hope I haven't spoken too soon. Nope, there it is. Alright. So, Fyrnetics Lifesaver smoke alarm wire-in model. Now, probably thinking, well, you have one of those. This one right here. This is of course the 1200, the hardwired Fyrnetics model. But if I show you the back here, where is it? Does it say it on here? It might not say it on this box because they did vary a lot of their boxes. But let's go ahead and take you guys down here. Or what was I saying? They use the same box for a lot of their different models. I'm gonna grab this one here. So if I open the box up, here's the alarm. And I'll take it out here. And you can see it looks basically the exact same as the regular 1200, but except for one difference. This side says slide to remove, that side says slide to remove, this side says slide to remove on here, but this side says test weekly, push to test. Huh, now that's different. So yeah, that's right, this is the incredibly rare model version of the 1200 that has the test button. So yeah, these are like really rare for some reason. I don't know why. And I could have sworn in the listing it said with test button or something on the box, but that could have been just misremembering. Now, as I mentioned that they reused boxes for a lot of their models, and further proof of that, this is the box actually for the 1200, this one. This isn't for this exact alarm. This alarm came out of my grandma's hallway. I got it used, but this was another box for an actual 1200 alarm that one of my friends gave me the box for. He kept the alarm. And I don't really see any differences. I'll actually get to that in a minute. We go over the box and the paperwork and everything. But, yeah, it came with the trim ring, too, which I probably won't take out. But that's just, this one also I have the trim ring for this one too from when it was installed. So I'm actually eager to see what the model number of this one is, because if I take the way you have to take this mounting bracket off is it slides off like that, and it's really difficult. So, and then that hinge comes off like that. So this one is labeled Model 1200. That is very interesting, because I could have sworn we found, it was one of those spreadsheets that we found online that details all like the model smoke alarm manufacturers and the models that they had. Basically, like, I don't know what it was for. Maybe like some sort of like UL or inspection type thing. I don't know. But yeah, either way, they had a list of smoke alarm manufacturers and various model numbers and voltages, interconnect, stuff like that, photoelectric ionization. And we could have sworn that we determined that the model number for the version of the 1200 that had the test button was the 1230. I don't know why. It kind of makes sense now that I think about it, that it would be the same exact model number, because as you probably remember, the F900D, which is the battery-powered version of this, I actually have one of those right here. They have the first generation and the second generation version of this, which is the second generation version has the electronic horn, the horn output hole right there, and the different or it's the same sensor, but the different circuitry and everything, but it's the same exact model number, same exact cover, except for the horn hole, same exact base and everything. So it doesn't really surprise me that they just use the exact same model number, but I just thought that was interesting because I thought it said on that spreadsheet something about that. Anyway, now where we first saw these, we first figured out that they existed. There was some sort of I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Nathaniel found it. It was some sort of home improvement type show, like a DIY type program, and they were going over the like the different, like, I guess, safety features aspects of the house, and they went and you check the smoke alarms, every one of them, and everyone should be working, and then zooms up to one of these, and you see him push this part of the vent here, and it sounds, and it's the correct sound, the Kobishi CLB26, like the uh, vibratory horn type sound. So probably wasn't dubbed in, and you can definitely see he pushes it like in. So that's when we kind of figured out, oh, there's got to be a test button version then. And then Kiara Williamson actually found one or two in a house, I think. But I could have sworn those had like the black text here instead of molded into the cover, kind of like how they had both of the uh, molded and printed black ink Test Weekly stickers on the F900D. Now, anyways, I actually kind of feel like this version is more so the true battery or hardwired counterpart to the F900D rather than the original 1200, because this one has a test button, this one has a test button. So, yeah. But other than that, it's the exact same thing. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to open it up, because I do know you can open it up by taking those 3 screws out. I've done that to this one many times. But, trying to see how that test button works. It looks like it pushes some sort of contact down on top of the sensor, kind of like the second gen F900Ds. In the original one, there's like a little pins there that the test button shorts, but the second gen, there's like a jumper that goes and touches that edge of the sensor. But yeah, so, and unlike this one, the 1255, which came out a little bit later, this is kind of like the battery-powered, hardwired version of the second gen F900D. Instead of having the test button in the vents there, it has a normal test button, like, in the center. Well, that's a test button, that's a hush button. But you get the idea. Yeah. So now, I guess let's go ahead and power it up, because I'm really eager to test this one. So let me grab my cord and my wire nuts and get this one powered up. Alright, I've got the bracket reattached, and I've got it wired up, and of course you've probably heard me explain how these work before, but the bracket is actually like the power receptacle, so to speak. There's like a little, I'll slide this one off and show you, this one's easier to get off. There's a little receptacle on there, on the bracket, that slides into that little tab that is attached to the PCB, and that's where the power goes to. Those 3 little, well, 2 of them are for power, one's for interconnect. Those 3 little tabs, contact tabs. Unfortunately, over time they get dirty. This one has some issues with connection in that little receptacle there, so I have had to clean it multiple times. But since this one's brand new, it should be fine. So enough rambling. Let's go ahead and plug it in, and it should work. So let's see if I can't get this plugged in really quickly, maybe. Oh, this is hard to do with one hand. Alright, there we go. Oh, trying to get the plug in without it. It came out. This is a really annoying extension cord. Okay, it works. Alright, the light is on, glowing steadily. think flashing 60 times per second, because this is not a rectified unit. Alright, so now let's give it a test, and unlike the 1200, the original 1200, which we would have to use smoke to test, the plug is coming unplugged, this one they give us a test button to use. So let's go ahead and push that button and see what happens. Maybe. Possibly? Alright, let me see what's going on here. Alright, I don't know if I was holding it down long enough, but I just held it down really hard, or holding it down long enough or hard enough. So let me try this again. I did get it to sound for like a few short beeps. I may have to take it apart and adjust the sensitivity, so bear with me here. Oh. Give it a minute. Oh, see? It's finicky, but it works. So, yeah, I might take it apart and see if I can't get it to work a little better, but it kind of reminds me of Nathaniel's old video of the SA769, where he was holding his finger down on the test button. It was just going like that, kind of, but even more dramatically. So, hopefully it won't chirp at us anymore. But, let's go ahead and take a look at the paperwork and the box and everything. So, first of all, like I mentioned, this box is pretty much the exact same as the one for the regular 1200. I think it is supposed to be green, but it's just faded, probably sitting in the sun for a long time. You can see there's a sticker there, and it fell off, and it's the exact same shade of green. So it's not supposed to be like blue. But yeah, wire in model says nothing about a test button anywhere. Same as that one. And it also says stock number 1200 on there. So I'm pretty sure. Yep. It's just the same exact box. Although, this one says assembled in Hong Kong on a sticker here. And this one says it down here, printed on the box. That's one difference. Okay, inside. And here is, let's see. So, okay, you can't connect this one with a regular 1200, apparently. Non-test button 1200. OG 1200, if you will. Alright, let's take a look at the manual now. So, well, there aren't very many pictures in here, are there? Okay, start on the front. Yes, then it goes here. This is confusing. It goes up here. I like how on the diagrams, the depictions, they have the little cover pull hinge depicted, even though the hardwired models don't have that. It's just the battery models that have that. It's kind of strange. Okay, and then I think there was just upside down this portion here. Warranty information down here. Now the manual is dated 1180, November 1980, but I think I did notice that the unit itself is dated 1981. So possibly an old stock manual and box they stuck a newer unit into. Alright. So, yeah, I don't know if I left anything out about that one. So yeah, this is one that I've definitely been after for quite some time. I wouldn't say it's probably like my #1 Holy Grail alarm, but it's definitely up there. Definitely one that I have been after since I found out that they existed. And even though the test feature doesn't... Oh, okay. Okay, well now it seems to be working a little bit better. Maybe it's like one of those, like the old Gentexes, or I think maybe even the ESLs, that had to like warm up for a period of time. But who knows? Anyway, it's working a little bit better now, so I am very, very happy with this one. So yeah, that is the Lifesaver, or Fyrnetics Lifesaver, model 1200 with the rare test feature. Or possibly 1230. I'm not sure. Still not sure on that. But I'll give you one more test. Okay. It's like still cutting out after a certain period of time, but it does work. So, yeah, that is probably about it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next video.